fastball down and in locked him up a little bit.
On the way. And it's fouled away. On the ground to short. And he'll try to make the play. There's one. And two. Double play. And Polanco settles in. Here's a knuckle curve in there for strike one.
Well, this is where the pitcher wants to throw the knuckle curve down in the zone. You start it there, and if the hitter swings at it, maybe it drops out of the zone, but he gets the called strike.
That's the last out. This ball game is now over.
Well, they treated their hometown crowd to a phenomenal pitching performance in this one. A big win on the shoulders of their pitchers.
It's time now to recognize our player of the game. And Steve, it seemed like they knew from the get-go they had it. This was going to be their day, and they were right.
You and I like the close games just because there's a little more intrigue for all 9 innings, but the hometown fans, they like the offensive explosion and the big win.
And until next time, this is Gary Thorne, along with John Kruk and Steve Phillips. We'll catch you at the yard.
먹고 일반 참치 부인이에요 부인.
On deck for you in our MLB coverage, it's the Minnesota Twins against the Baltimore Orioles. And the first inning is just about ready to get going, so let's get to Baltimore with Gary Thorne.
A home field advantage, Baltimore hope. Here's a chance to show you the lineup for the Twins. Leadoff man in the box, and we're ready to get things started. Change-up just misses, 1-0. Well, Twins losing their last game. They want to even this 3-game series here today, try and give themselves a chance to break the tie in Game 3 against the Orioles. 1-0 pitch, a sinker, swung on and missed, 1-1. They only managed 1 hit in that shutout.
When you run into a pitcher who has everything going for him, there's really nothing you can do.
Swings and hits this one deep down the line and left. This one to Rasmus. He has to back up for it. Comes away with the out. Now we'll take a quick look at the Orioles and how they are positionally on the diamond. Particular standouts here, John?
Well, if you want to see a great athlete roaming around in the outfield, keep your eye on Colby Rasmus. Easy strides, doesn't look like he's running hard, doesn't look like he's playing hard, but don't let that fool you. He covers a lot of ground with those strides. He has a great throwing arm from center field, and he's also a very accurate thrower. You love having him on your team.
And he leaves that one alone. Joe Mauer, patience, that'll even the count.
But Joe Mauer is known for how disciplined he is at the plate and how good he is at making contact. Last year for him, though, he saw his strikeout rate climb to levels higher than he's used to.
And when we talk about that strikeout ratio for Mauer, still hovered about 1-for-1 strikeout to walk ratio.
Yeah, and he's the guy, I believe, when his entire high school career striking out only once. This guy just doesn't swing and miss.
We'll have some great MLB action coming your way. April 1st, it's for real. It'll be Carlos Beltran and the Baltimore Orioles will face the visiting Minnesota Twins. Game time is 1 p.m. Eastern, 10 Pacific. Here's the pitch. And that's another foul ball. Ground ball to short. Picked up by Tejada. Throws on to first in time to retire the side. It goes quickly for Andrew Kashner. 1-2-3. He gets through the first inning without allowing a hit. Minnesota starters on the mound. Here's a look. As he gets into this Baltimore lineup, Steve, strategy-wise.
Well, a good right-handed pitcher on the
swings. Ball is
처음부터 1번 타자 담장.
Center field. Goodbye home run. The Orioles, they're on the board.
리드 홈런.
The first run of the ball game. You'll have to get that on the big fly ball and a 1-0 lead.
Great job by the Orioles right there. Now Baltimore back in control of this game. It's their game to lose.
2번 카를로스 벨트란.
Lined right at the second baseman. So Beltran is retired. That's one down. This is the lineup we'll see for the Orioles. Thoughts, John? Anybody stand out?
Well, one of the more exciting players in baseball to me is Adam Jones. If he can work on his plate discipline, be a little more selective, and that power numbers are going to come with better pitch selection, and once those power numbers come with the speed and the athleticism, you're going to have, to me, the most exciting player in the game.
That's a strike, and it's 0-2 for Mark Trumbo. Time to protect.
Had a real strong offensive game last time out. 3 big base hits.
Mark Trumbo swings through that one, and it's strike 3.
Now we're going to get a chance, Gary, to see the 4-seam fastball in K-Cam.
Now's a good time to take a quick look at Minnesota's defensive setup.
4번 타자네요.
So, John,
4번.
any individual stand out?
Well, Joe Mauer's a guy you have to keep an eye on in this one. I mean, not only is he a great catcher of the ball, he also is great at handling his pitching staff. Not a lot he can't do behind the
back up the middle. And that's a base hit. Davis on board. The Twins' schedule, let's have a look. Series with Baltimore concludes tomorrow. They'll continue their road trip for the next series. Pittsburgh Pirates will be hosting, and that's going to be a 2-game trip. Then they look to defy the odds at home against a formidable opponent, the Seattle Mariners.
타자 5번. 5번 타자 2루수.
Swung on, that is hit.
슛 선수.
0-1 mistake right here. He throws it over the heart of the plate, and he pays for it.
3루수.
And Valencia's ready to take some hacks now. Swings on that first pitch, misses the fastball. 0-1.
Big time offensive production last game out there. 3 RBIs in that one, and
up the middle. Wow,
now
that was close. Right back up the middle, almost got him. And that'll get him aboard. They're on a roll.
They tried to go down with that 0-1 pitch, but it gets blasted right back for the base hit.
But the way he went after that in the box, Steve, it looked like he might have been guessing down there.
Well, I'll tell you what, you have to make contact behind in the count. He got a pitch over the heart of the plate, and he took advantage of it.
Well, working on the 0-1 count now.
Well, he threw him that slider right there. Got him to swing a little bit early. Got to be a little more patient with that pitch.
Here's the delivery. Struck him out, and he works out of big trouble, limited damage. They come out strong, putting a run on the board early. Baltimore with the lead, 1-0.
내 것도.
And if you're just joining our 2K Sports Major League Baseball
아니 갖다
broadcast
주지 마. 엄청
with John
아쉬워.
and Steve Phillips, I'm Gary Thorne. And in the batter's box, it's Castro.
시원하냐? 안 시원한데 별로. 냉동실에 놓으면 얼지 않냐? 한 입만 마시죠. 아 말고 시원한 거 마시. 아 나 진짜.
He swings and hits this one. Going to be fielded by Jones. That's one away.
Let's check out last year's American League rankings and see where the Minnesota Twins fell in the standings. first in stolen bases, fifth in triples, and they were in the top 10 in doubles, driving the ball out to the wall, playing a lot of wall ball last year, showing that speed coming out of the batter's box and taking the extra bases.
In the box now, number 5 spot.
In a season that lacked many bright spots for the Orioles in 2011, there was some level of success against the American League Central with a winning record.
He sends this one in the air towards center. That's the second out of the inning. And that record against the Central for the O's, Steve, 22 wins, 20 losses. It was the only division they had a winning record against.
And you know what it was is they beat up on the lesser teams. They took advantage of the Minnesota Twins when they're down, took advantage of the Royals who've been down for a while. And there's some part of win the games you're supposed to. At least they did that.
And the first pitch was a strike. Got about 0-1 right now.
Velocity and location are absolutely critical. That pitch was exactly where he wanted to throw it.
That's strike 2. Ashner in charge on the mound. Fouled away by Morrison. On the way. This is a swing hit in the air.
Shoo, shoo, shoo.
And there's the third out. No runs, no hits, nobody crossed the plate in this half inning, and nobody left.
2회 초도 마무리가 됐어요.
Tejada at the plate.
루벤 테하다.
Of course, as a pitcher, you got to keep your eye on which pitches are effective on any given. There's a ball hit deep, left center field. This ball way back. He makes the catch. What a play!
Let's take a look at last year's rankings in the American League and see how the Baltimore Orioles fared. Second in home runs.
Grossman.
Sixth in slugging percentage. And they were in the top 10 in doubles, driving the ball out to the wall, playing a lot of wall ball last year, showing that speed coming out of the batter's box and taking the extra bases.
Splitter swung on and missed 0-1.
The most effective pitches are the ones that start at the bottom of the strike zone and fall out of the zone, and you get the hitter to chase and swing and miss. That's what made that effective.
Good hard slider swung on and missed 0-2.
He must not have eaten for a long time because he was hungry for this pitch. Problem was, it's a pretty good slider. You swing that hard at a slider, pretty good chances you're going to come up empty.
플라이.
And the play made by Polanco.
플라이 볼로 처리합니다.
And here's how the league home run total stood up last year, courtesy of State Farm. Well, you check out Beltran. He's holding down the 4th spot.
Well, you talk about a powerful swing. This guy was built to hit balls out of the ballpark, and that's exactly what he did last year. He is a tough out, and when they make a mistake, he's going to make them pay. He can hit it a long way.
There's a swing towards the hole.
일루.
He'll throw on to first, and that'll do it for this half inning. Only 5. Rosario will see what he can do as he comes to the plate. He's going to start the third here. Really nailed that one right through the middle of the infield. And his throw is in time. First out of the inning.
That's some kind of play right there to be able to get to the ball quickly, transfer it to your throwing hand, and rifle it over to first base to get the runner. Nice play.
First pitch is a changeup, looked at 0-1. Here's the delivery. That's strike 2. Kashner in charge on the mound. He deals. Line drive fouled off towards first.
파울. 미국의 사노 선수입니다. Now hitting number 22. 미국의
Here's a swing and a high pop-up. And Tejada's going to play it. Out number 2. Baltimore still early in the season. Look at their schedule. They wrap up this series with Minnesota tomorrow. They'll kick off a road series with the Houston Astros Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. After that, they face a rival within their AL East division. The Yankees hosting that one. There's quite a few road games coming up, and that's always challenging. And the pitch is taken for a strike by Polanco.
If you throw the sinker ball to get the ground ball out, he got the called strike right there. If they swing, he's going to get his share of ground balls.
Swung on and missed, and this game's history.
Well, with a great one here today, Gary, and it's all because of the pitching outstanding.
Have a chance for a little recognition here. Let's take a look at our player of the game. No doubt, it was the mound work today, Andrew Kashner.
Well, any starting pitcher will tell you that the last thing he wants to ever have to do is to turn the game over to the bullpen. They like to finish what they start, and that's exactly what he did today. He had all...
And Steve, that ought to send these folks home happy.
Oh, no question about it. They get.
결론은 똑같은 팀은 3이닝하고 다른 팀은 9이닝. 아, 이거 아닌데. 내가 원하는 그림은 이게 아니었는데. 같이 먹자. 야, 꼬북치. 이게 안 돼가지고 못 보고 있어. 저거 메뉴 거기. 저거. 그거 되게 좋겠다. 그거 되게 좋겠다. 니 그거 왜 되냐? 나는 피면은 가끔 뒤집히는데 그래. 아, 진짜. 꼬북지. 미리 먼저 가자. 컴퓨터 하니까 닫아놓으려고 싶어. 응? 이만큼? 거기 있어갖고. 오늘 과자 넣었냐? 위에서 많이 넣고 안 지워내서 너무 많이 넣나? 응? 냉장고에 내려놨다 올 것 같은데. 일부러 얼리려고? 응? 날이 너무 더워서 그런가? 얼마짜리냐? 한 개에? 큰가 본가? 얘도 엄마한테 부끄럽다. 게임 문자랑 이 이모티콘 맞지? 응. 잘 켰어. 응? 안 왔냐? 왔냐? 왔을 텐데. 응? 그러니까 뭐 얘기하면 좀 그런 거 좀. 그 일정하니까 더 웃겨. 나 어플 렉 걸려가지고 이제 뭐 저걸로 못 봐. 기억이 잘못으로 보긴다고 맞고요. 하하가 성공 못하면 축하해. 좋다. 다시.
on your way for Sunday afternoon baseball. It's the Minnesota Twins.
Baltimore is the scouting pick, John. Who are we looking at today? Leadoff man in the box. Well, Twins losing their last game. In a 3-game series after you drop those first 2, now is the time against the Orioles. Swinging a shot down the left field line. And he's on. That's a nice way to jumpstart your offense. And the throw, not in time, way ahead of that play. Now we'll show you how the Orioles are lined up around the field. So, John, any individual stand out?
Adam Jones, a converted infielder, hasn't lost a step. He made that transition to the outfield. Still learning the nuances of playing outfield on an everyday basis in the big leagues, but he's a gifted.
And he lays one down here, number 27. That'll be the game's first out.
You do whatever you can to advance the runners, and right there, laying a bunt down, gets the runner over to third base, Gary.
We don't see that a lot, Steve, where you get the runner going in that direction, but second to third, now you got a lot more ways you can score.
Well, they must be working on it because they've executed it very well.
Swings and misses. The sinker, 0-1.
Well, he's going to have to step out of the box and relace his shoes and tie him tighter, swinging out of his shoes on that sinker.
Smack that one. Long fly ball, but it's foul to the left. Here's the pitch. Sinker's taken. Strike 3 called. Out number 2.
Well, you like to see your pitcher strike guys out. You like to see him keep the pitch count down. He did both.
Big smile in the dugout over there. That's a domination in that effort by the pitcher. And here's the Orioles' schedule, what it looks like. They'll wrap up this series with Minnesota today. They'll kick off a road series with the Houston Astros. That'll be a 3-game series. Then they'll continue the road trip for the next series. The Yankees at Yankee Stadium. So they'll be on the road quite a bit over this next stretch. 2 outs, a runner 90 feet from scoring at third. Looked like the cutter that time for a called strike.
And you can throw the ball down to the zone with that kind of movement. It can be very effective.
The pitch, lined, foul towards third. There's a sinker in there. Side's going to be retired as that's called for a third strike. They get a man to third, but can't bring him home. And first chance next for the Minnesota starters on the mound. Here's a look. And as he gets going against these Baltimore hitters, what do you think we're going to see? Too well, deep right center. That's one away. This is the lineup we'll see for the Orioles. So who are you looking at, John?
Well, he's still a work in progress, but Colby Rasmus has shown in flashes that he could be a dominant player in the game. Consistency's been the struggle for him, and consistent playing time's been a struggle. Hopefully he gets a chance to be an everyday guy, and we can see what potential he has.
Pineda sends the 0-1 pitch. Strike 2. Now with no balls and 2 strikes. Beltran needs to protect that strike zone.
They go with the cut fastball, the inside part of the plate. Now they could go back to back there again or go to the outside corner. They go either way.
And another foul ball.
Well, with the way we keep tracks of pitch counts right now, you know 0-2, the pitcher wants to put him away. The fact that he has to throw another pitch just tells you how defensive a swing the hitter had to keep it going.
Down on strikes there. Nice piece of pitching work.
Just drops that one in there. Good break on it. 83 miles per hour.
We'll take a moment here to show you how the Twins will stack up on defense. And scouting those fielders, John.
Well, Joe Mauer's a guy you have to keep an eye on in this one. I mean, not only is he a great catcher of the ball, he also is great at handling his pitching staff. Not a lot he can't do behind the plate. And for a tall guy to be as athletic as he is, that's a tough thing to do for a catcher.
And Baltimore, their first hit. More MLB coming your way this Wednesday. It'll be Carlos Beltran and the Baltimore Orioles as they find themselves at Minute Maid Park playing the Astros. The action gets going at swing. A ball hit high in the air, deep to left field. Goodbye, home run, Orioles. They're on the board. And so they jump out to the 2-0 lead. Wow, what a great time for a two-run shot like that.
Great job by the Orioles right there. Now Baltimore back in control of this game. It's their game to lose.
Hit in the air to center field. And the side's retired as they head into the dugout. Great offense early. First inning sees the first 2 runs of this game. The old DH in the box.
Now I'm hitting.
Sinkers in there, no balls and a strike.
29. Look.
Here it comes. Here's a swing and a liner to left center. And it's through. That's a base hit. So that brings up Joe Mauer. State Farm leaderboard recaps the biggest group of thieves last year in the league. The Twins, #1. Second, the Angels. Third, the Rays. Fourth spot held with the Royals. And for the Blue Jays, they are in 5th.
Well, Gary, you talk about...
He sends this one in the air towards center. One away now. And in the batter's box, it's Castro.
Well, unfortunately, another year and another finish in the bottom of the American League East for the Orioles. Now, the good news is they've got some personnel in place and a core of young players to start to grow and move forward. Hopefully, it will improve.
Now it's 2 away. For the Orioles' young prospects, the pitching, of course, is what they're trying to develop. Last year, though, that was a struggle, Steve.
Well, I mean, a struggle's an understatement. The pitching has been the big problem. Worst ERA in the majors, most base runners allowed, most hits given up, and they've got a pretty good offense. They just need some pitching to support it.
2 outs and a man on first. Here's the delivery. Hit in the air to left center. This one to Jones. And that one's put away to retire the side. Only 5 pitches to get out of that inning. That'll rest your arm. Minnesota still looking for the bats. And welcome to those of you just tuning in. 2K Sports, Major League Baseball. This is Gary Thorne along with Steve Phillips and John Crook. And Valencia's ready to take some hacks now. Pineda sends the 0-1 pitch. Valencia ground ball. Number 22. 1 down.
Let's take a look at last year's rankings in the American League and see how the Baltimore Orioles fared. 2nd in home runs, 6th in slugging percentage, and they were in the top 10 in doubles, driving the ball out to the wall, playing a lot of wall ball last year, showing that speed coming out of the batter's box and taking the...
Here's one hit very well deep. That's the 2nd out of the inning. And the Twins, the best record they had against any team in that East, against Tampa, and that record, Steve, was 3-7.
Wow, that tells you everything right there. The Minnesota Twins have just cast their vote. The American League East, the toughest division in baseball.
Tejada at the plate. Pineda with the delivery. Swing and a liner to right center. And that does get down. Tejada's got first.
Well, even though there's 2 outs, you never want to think you're out of an inning. And this guy came up there and hit this ball hard somewhere. He gets on base with that solid hit. And who knows what can happen after that.
Swing and a drive, deep left center. And that one's put away to retire the side. No runs on a base hit. They leave one man on at first. Up next, it'll be and it's the number 9 spot. He's going to start the third here. And he lays off one low, 1-0.
This cut fastball is a very effective pitch for this guy because it allows him to set up all of his other pitches.
Now the 1-0 pitch. Liner towards the hole. They take care of that one.
Let's check out last year's American League rankings and see where the Minnesota Twins fell in the standings. First in stolen bases, 5th in triples, and they were in the top 10 in doubles, driving the ball out to the wall, playing a lot of wall ball last year, showing that speed coming out of the batter's box and taking the extra bases.
Strike started off the at-bat 0-1. He deals. Sinker, called strike, now 0-2.
Good, hard, boring, sinking action on that one. Good stuff.
Sinker's taken, strike 3 called, out number 2.
Well, good sequence of pitches right there, using location and selection to get the strikeout.
And Polanco settles in. Last time through, he had a sacrifice bunt. That ball swung on and hit. Jones to field it. That'll do it as they put that one away. And they aren't able to get anything going in this half inning. 3 up, 3 away. The Orioles still enjoying the lead. And here's Adam Jones. 174, his number last year against the Twins.
Was just never able to get anything going against this pitching staff last year.
One away. A look at the early schedule here for the Twins. This Baltimore series ends today. They cross bats with a National League team. Pittsburgh Pirates will be hosting. That's Monday and Tuesday. After that, they meet up against a team that is stacked against them, the Seattle Mariners. One down. Here's Carlos Beltran.
There's a lot of talk about where Carlos Beltran would end up in the offseason. He's one of the bigger name free agents in this offseason. Lo and behold, here he is with this club.
First pitch was a strike, 0-1 now. And for Beltran, he's done this exercise before. It was a line towards first. Rolling into the corner. That's going to be extra bases.
2루까지 여유 있습니다.
And he ends up at second. That's a double.
Well, a good job right there getting on base here with one away, standing on second base. Now a single will score him.
타자는 3번
Trumbo is ready to go. He
트럼보입니다.
stands in.
Well, he struck out in every at-bat last night, so he's looking to make a little bit of contact in the game today. That would be progress.
Designated hitter, number 19, Chris Davis.
So Chris Davis, RBI chance. Good work already. A 2-run shot. First at bat of the game against Pineda.
You know, as a hitter, getting a hit on a fastball earlier in the game gives you some confidence to look for it again in later at bat. So he's got to be looking for it right here. As a pitcher, you've got to change speeds and change eye level.
Trumbo's the runner at first. Beltran at second. No luck that time for Pineda as he misses inside.
A front door two. Fastball, trying to throw it inside, letting it tail back to the inside
크리스
corner.
데이비스.
Couldn't quite catch the corner.
쳤습니다.
Davis
파울.
making contact, but he'll foul that one away. Pineda with the delivery. Ground
쳤습니다.
ball to Bauer. He's up with it.
2루
Gets one at second.
1루
On
세이브.
to first. Safe. Can't get the back end of that one.
He's got a shot of getting out of this now. Big time out. Now he's got 2 down. He's only 1 out away from working out of this jam.
Up now, their second baseman. 0 for 1 thus far. And that one's put away to retire the side. Michael Pineda. Great to have you with us. If you're just tuning in, a tad gray today, but it doesn't look like we're going to get any precipitation. And here's the first one. Here's a strike at the knees, 0-1.
Well, they've got a couple of hits here, and we're into the 4th inning, so maybe they're starting to get something going. And the second time through the lineup, maybe they'll try to figure something out, Gary.
Good cut fastball that time. He's in control with the count at 0-2.
Well, good movement on that cutter. He had him way out on his front foot.
Here's the pitch. Smash towards the middle. He plays it on the hop. Throw one to first in time, 1 away.
Routine ground ball to short. He makes it look routine, retires another.
In the box, their third baseman. This is his 3rd year. Here's the first pitch. Swing and a rocket towards short. In time for the out.
You want to talk about settling in? How about retiring 8 hitters in a row? I think he settled in.
And we can see how the race for the batting champion title stacked up last year, courtesy of State Farm. Well, you take a look at Mauer in the 2nd spot. 3rd is Ichiro. Number 1, Miguel Cabrera.
Well, here's a guy.
Hit in the air to center field. And it is in there. That's going to bring the tying run to the plate.
Well, the last thing you want to do is have a quick inning. That 2-out hit right there will prolong the inning. Great piece of hitting.
Last time up, flew out. The first pitch, swung on, line to right field. Good offensive chance here.
Well, you know, Gary, I tell you what, most major league hitters would not even offer at that pitch. But this guy's one of those rare guys that absolutely loves that pitch down and in. That's why he got that hit.
And in the batter's box, it's Castro. Swung on, line to right center field. And that is in there, the go-ahead run on board. And he scores from second base.
Gotta love the base running right there, Gary. Very nice on his part. You thought he might stop at first, but he legged it in for a double.
That's the kind of play that wins some ball games. I mean, it's always risky. You make the out, and everybody goes, why'd you do that? But you're successful in it, who knows, you ignite an inning.
And you're right, we've seen plenty of guys try to do it, stretch it, and get thrown out, but he didn't right there, and now he's in scoring position.
Second base is Castro. Bauer's on at third base. And now time is called. And they're coming out of the dugout and heading to the mound.
Now, you don't know how long he's going to stay with this pitch. You're going to have to wait and see what they decide.
Hit up the middle. That's in there. Should score the runner. So now the WPA graph will show us how much of a difference that run batted in means at their chances at victory.
They're just teeing off right now. 4 straight hits, and clearly this offense is locked in.
Number 9 spot at the plate again. So needing to get back into this game, get it even. They've done that. Now they're trying to add to it.
Gary, that was a big at-bat right there. Coming up and bringing them back even here early on. Nice job.
He's running, heading for second. And his throw, he is out. Great throw. So they pick up 4 hits in the inning and 2 runs across. Game all knotted up here in Baltimore. And if you're just joining our 2K Sports Major League Baseball broadcast with John Kruk and Steve Phillips, I'm Gary Thorne.
타자는
And Valencia's ready to
넘버
take
2
some hacks now.
말렌시아.
Line shot into center field. That's 1 down. Now look at the teams who led the league at extra base hits last year. Brought to you by State Farm. Number 1, the Yankees. 2nd, the Rangers. The Red Sox 3rd. 4th, the Orioles. And 5th best, the A's.
Well, anytime you have a whole team of guys who can hit for extra bases, it makes the defense spread out so much, and it gives you room to do other things. This team is great at it, one of the best in the league.
This one swung on and driven hard. 2 down.
Good pitch right there. Got the hitter a little bit out on his front foot. Easy fly ball to center field.
Tejada at the plate.
Pineda's got to be happy with his performance here today, as does his manager.
How's he getting these first pitches across? Well, let's take a look.
Well, see what the outcome is. Those 1-0 counts and what they mean. I mean, they mean that he's given up the long ball and a couple other base hits, so they really have an advantage at the plate.
Here's the pitch. Tejada fouls off another one. Fastball swung on and missed. Side retired. And a good defensive half inning. 3 up, 3 down. We're through 4 in Baltimore.
Up to the plate.
And the right fielder batting again.
Number 26.
First pitch on the way. Sinker swung on, missed. 0-1.
Goes inside with the sinker to try to tie up the hitter. Now let's see if he goes back away.
Hit in the air. This one's going well into the stands, off to the right. Change up. Thought he had him, but it's 1-2.
Well, he fooled him right there with that pitch, but give the hitter credit to lay off of that changeup inside.
That ball swung on and hit. Jones to field it. And that's number 1.
The Minnesota Twins. Left fielder, number 25.
And it rolls around to the top again. Now, to be effective, you got to mix your pitch types and speed. Here's what we've seen from this pitcher today. What's your take, guys? And he watches a cut fastball to start the at-bat for strike 1.
And you can throw the ball down to the zone with that kind of movement. It can be very effective.
That one's drilled to short. Gets down. The go-ahead run's on base.
Well, he waited for that one to get deep in the zone, and he put a good swing on it. Now, with 1 out, let's see if they try to move him along.
And Polanco settles in. He flew out his last time up. He's running toward second. Strike 1. And he's in there at second base.
They've got to take the chance when they get the opportunity, and he steals second base here.
Think he extended that lead a little bit. Probably should have been a throw over. There's a swing and a ground ball. And that's going to be a base hit for Polanco. He scores, counted, and no longer tied. Let's see what the RBI means for their win expectancy.
Well, he gets a letter high pitch, a good pitch to hit, and he takes advantage of it. Nice job.
Hitting from behind is not an easy thing to do in this game, but a little easier when the pitch is up there.
You throw it over the plate like that, it's going to cost you. Well, you've got the lead right now with speed on first base. You have to get him going, I think, Gary. Keep the pressure on. Keep trying to tack on some runs.
It's fouled off. Sinker's taken. Strike 3 called. Out number 2.
Just drops that one in there. Good break on it. 83 miles per hour.
Got him looking on a breaking ball.
A pitch that moves like that is something that is very useful to a pitcher if he's throwing it with confidence. And you can see that what a weapon that is.
Cleanup man in the box again. What's he doing to start these hitters out? Let's take a look at how he's beginning.
Well, this is what he wanted to do right here. He's retired 10 batters in this game. And he's done it when he's gone 0-1 in the count. I mean, it's efficient and it's productive.
Swings and misses. The sinker, 0-1. The pitch, a sinker, misses, 1-1.
That's a good spot to miss with that thing, just off the corner.
Swing, hot shot, and through the middle, base hit. Great opportunity for Minnesota.
Well, that was a good pitch, but the hitter, give him a lot of credit. He got his bat on it somehow, and that's what you have to do when you're up there in a defensive mode. Try to put the ball in play, and good things will happen. And Gary, he got the hit there.
Two men on and two men out. Now the first pitch. Sinker, misses badly, 1-0. Changing the eye level of hitters is such a key component. Here we can see the breakdown of how this guy has been mixing locations.
Well, that's the story of this game. When you can't mix up your locations.
Lined right at the second baseman. Number 6.
Oy.
Throw in time forces him at second for the third out. They pick up 1 on 3 hits, strand a man. Minnesota taking the lead here. Now we're seeing them put the heat on. Catcher up to the plate. 0 for 1 thus far.
You know, Gary, I think you're losing a little something here. I don't think this guy's nearly as solid defensively as the one he's replacing, so interesting move.
On the mound, we'll get Addison Reed. They've decided it's time to bring a new arm into this one. Hit sharply down the line. And his throw gets him 1 away. And Adam Jones digs in with 1 away.
Well, some kind of pitcher's duel in the game last night, but his RBI was the key to the win.
And the first pitch. Swing and a miss on a ball below the knees, 0-1.
Adam Jones, 2011, a great year, building on his 2010 season, career high 25 home runs, and he stepped into that 3 spot and has delivered.
This is swung on, lifted to deep right field. As he retreats back for it and gets the out. And here's how the league home run total stood up last year, courtesy of State Farm. Well, you check out Beltran. He's 4th.